Many of us have something that bothers us. It may be an area of fat that doesn't go away no matter how many salads you eat or how much time you spend on a treadmill. There is a way to liquefy and remove that fat. The procedure is called SmartLipo. Board-certified dermatologist and cosmetic surgeon Dr. Schlessinger was the first surgeon in Nebraska to offer this, and we're glad to have you back. It's always a pleasure.
Great to be here, Mary.
So it's called tumescent liposuction.
Right.
How long has that been around?
So tumescent liposuction has been around actually from the 1990s. And liposuction was initially started in the 1980s. It really wasn't quite ready for prime time. There just wasn't the whole process that was ready and able to do it safely. Tumescent liposuction was invented by a dermatologist, Dr. Jeff Klein in California, because he saw a way to take the whole process and make it safer, easier, and frankly simpler.
So what is SmartLipo then?
So SmartLipo is when you use a laser along with that. The tumescent method is where you actually use numbing, kind of like when you go to the dentist to numb up the area so you don't have to put people under general anesthesia.
We're looking at video here. This is the procedure in action.
Right, now that's the laser that we're using there. And you can see it's a very, very thin fiber, and then that's the actual liposuction that is being done. And just a very, very simple procedure. The person is actually awake there, and they can actually talk to us. It's very simple. We're usually sitting there laughing or joking about something, and it's a very relaxed procedure. But the neatest thing about it is that you can go in and walk out that day and take care of an area that may be an unwanted area of fat that you would have never been able to take care of before.
Well, with
it's
this
extraordinarily
patient,
simple.
You are addressing an area that I would put myself in that category to say it's the lower part of the stomach, no matter what. And I haven't even had children. That's just been with me my whole life. And I'm like, no matter how many crunches, it doesn't seem to go away.
Well,
so who do you help with this procedure?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so crunches, that's one thing. Crunches are not really going to help your tummy. In fact, sadly enough, crunches are probably going to make it worse because, number one, it may hurt your back. Number two, it may make those muscles that are on the stomach that are actually ones that can hypertrophy, that can get bigger when you do crunches, make them worse.
Makes it more pronounced.
Yes, we do not encourage crunches.
Okay, twist my arm,
But diet
doctor.
diet and exercise definitely
Those are
we do.
smart. No, I get that, but I see this as a real solution for a lot of women and men, and we have some before and after, so you can see what the results look like here. And would you talk to us about contrast the left and right images?
Right, so the left is the before, and you can see how much has been improved with just a simple one session of liposuction, tumescent lipo along with a SmartLipo. And the SmartLipo makes it retract a little bit more, so it makes it a little more able to go back to where you were. It shapes it up a bit. Same thing there. And what you won't see is people that are completely past the point of health. These are probably about 15 to 20% above their body weight that they should be. And that's what we're looking for. It's not a way to substitute for diet or exercise. That's exactly not what it is. That's the flanks. You can see what a nice difference it was, the flanks and the outer thighs. And I think that those are perfect people for this procedure. So it's not something that we want to do for somebody who says, I don't want to diet or exercise. It's for somebody who has done that, who really is healthy, eats healthy, but still can't get those flanks away. Men, the love handles are a great area to treat.
Wow.
It's so simple, too. That's the thing that people don't understand about it. And we also, here's the chin area. And that's such a great area for it as well.
I didn't realize you could use this.
Oh, yes, you can do that. Sometimes we do liposuction. Sometimes we do that new one, Kybella, that we're on a couple of weeks over. And Kybella is a great treatment as well. But chin areas do respond very nicely to liposuction. And it just depends on how much fat is there as to whether we decide that we want to do liposuction or Kybella or other treatments that are coming down the pike as well.
How many treatments of SmartLipo do you need to achieve? So all of the results that we just saw?
That's one.
That was one session. You don't have to go back and again and again.
Absolutely not. It's very, very simple and very quick.
So the first day of spring is Sunday. If we're thinking about planning ahead, people have trips or they're, you're going to be wearing a little bit less or you got a cruise, whatever it is. Is there a good time of year to start thinking about SmartLipo?
It's now, Mary. And really that's what happens is people think about it right about as they're putting on their bathing suits and said, oh wow, I didn't do it this year. So there's this mad rush that we want to do it. Now, Tumescent liposuction has a very quick recovery. When you do tumescent, one, you're not going to be bruised. Two, you're going to be able to go back to work. I've had people who've gone back to work the next day and have done things like being nurses in an ICU with 12-hour shifts. I've had people who've actually been on the treadmill that night after tumescent liposuction, and literally zero bruising in most people.
Wow.
So that's the difference between tumescent and the traditional method that used to be done by plastic surgeons and still frankly is done by most plastic surgeons. Tumescent, when it's done right, you get off the table, you're easy, you don't have bruising, and it's easy. And it's frankly because of this teeny little thing, this teeny little cannula that you can see there.
I'll hold it up here. I don't know if we can
So that
show this.
cannula that you have in your hands is a really simple treatment that you can see is able to suction out the fat very easily, and it's a teeny little hole. It's like the size of a sippy straw.
Yeah.
Now, the older cannulas were huge. They were the size of this part right here, maybe even larger.
That's a huge difference for patients.
So much more damage. It didn't have the ways of taking it out with finesse. So this is a really different sort of approach.
And I'm excited about the special offer you brought for our viewers, because if anybody's the least bit curious, I think this is going to seal the deal for them. $400 off the procedure right now when you call 402-334-7546. If you haven't visited with Dr. Schlessinger before, you'll find him near 144th and Center there. He's got a beautiful facility online. It's lovelyskin.com/SmartLipo to learn about this procedure specifically. But he does it all, and he is world renowned. We're fortunate to have him here in Omaha and to have you on the Morning Blend. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
It's
a pleasure to be here.
I know. I'm thinking about pool season, aren't you? Still ahead, comedian Mark Vieira.